Hello, 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 hello. Welcome in, welcome in. How are we doing today? It is Saturday. Saturday. It feels weird streaming from Thursday, not streaming on Friday, and then being here today. I'm not used to having that little gap in between. Hi, Tier. Welcome in, welcome in. Got you cute little cats bouncing around. Au revoir. Hello, hello. So, normally I'd be saying, hey, we're gonna play Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 today, but, even though supposedly there was a patch, I never saw a patch hit my side, even though some people are saying they got the patch. So, if it's somehow automatically installed, which it shouldn't have, I am still stuck in the very same area that we got soft locked in, and it is still blaring the boss music. So unless I completely restart the game and we have to redo 4 hours worth of you know, playthrough already, unless I do that, I literally cannot play the game. So instead of torturing myself, spending potentially 4 hours just to get soft locked by the same thing again, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait, and we're gonna see how quickly I can play that again. I think what I'm gonna do for the video is, normally I try to have the full game, or at least the full game that ends up getting cut up into a smaller version. I normally try to have the entire thing ready for the video, but I think it's just gonna be, hey, this is what they thought was acceptable to put out for a game, so this is what you get. Because, like, I don't think there was any, Poppy play testers for Poppy Playtime Chapter 4, I'm not gonna lie. Hi, Weezo. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh yeah, I really don't think there were any play testers on that. So, yeah. I'm really frustrated by it, because I did like what was playable, but there were so many issues with it, and I looked, I was not the only one. There are so many Steam reviews already, myself included. This was actually the first time I had written a Steam review, and it's very, very mixed. I think it's technically, like, mostly positive, but like 61% the last time I checked, which is not very high for a game. But hopefully they can get these things patched pretty quickly. But a lot of the same issues of Yarnaby not being in the area he was supposed to be, certain other bosses either freezing or just not appearing, just a lot of crazy shit. I forgot how, like, crazy this fucking... There we go. That's better. I forget how crazy some of the tracks for Luigi's Mansion get when you're, like, trying to actually catch the ghosts. Very anxiety-inducing. Not the mood I want to be in for today. But I figured, instead of, you know, trying to speedrun and get back to where we were, and then maybe getting further and not getting soft-locked, yeah, we're just gonna wait. If it's not ready by this coming weekend, so like a week from today, then I think I'll pick something else to play in the meantime, but unfortunately it's gonna be a part 1 and part 2 for the video that does end up on YouTube, because I'm not gonna let the bugs and soft locking stop me from posting, because, like, while I would love to have more videos ready to go ahead of time, I'm usually, like, I'm recording the video and putting it out in the same week. But, you know, it is what it is. So instead, we're gonna be super productive, and we're going to work on some of the rigging for the chibi model. And I can't wait to show you what I've done so far. I don't have a ton done on it, but what I do have, I'm really excited about, because it's a lot of, like, smaller, meticulous things, but it looks really good. Yeah. But I'm gonna scooch us in a little earlier than usual. Boop. And, oh, I don't think I have it set up there. Let me do it this way. There we go. And then let me put us into art real quick. art. There we go. Nice. Perfect. Okay. So here we are. This is Live 2D. So every VTuber you've seen before that is a 2D model probably has been made in this program. Also, I want to skip this song. But yeah, so this is I have a love-hate relationship with Live 2D. It is very fun to use once you get the hang of it, but learning it, oh, perfect music for this. Learning it can be kind of a nightmare. It's got a high learning curve, but it's a lot of fun once you can get it. So let me show you. Boom. This is the physics. Let me open the eyes a little bit more. Look, there's already blinking. Look at that. Yeah, you learning. Ugh, I hate learning skills to be able to make my content more interesting and more fun. See, like the blank stare, just like, But as you can see now, both the eyes and the lashes, so the eyeballs themselves, the pupil and the iris, they both move. So when this does blink, there we go, it wiggles. And then you can see the eyelash here, this outer one, this wiggles too when it blinks. Ta-da! And I'm still working on a bunch of things, so ignore these two lower piercings, these snake bites here for a second, but I can show you how it might look. Look at that. Movement! Yay! Look at how cute! So small, so cute. I love how expressive like the eyebrows and the eyes are. So something I did differently here versus my original model is I put eye smile on the open eye instead of just the closed eye. So let me pause this for a second. So for instance, if I do this, the eyes are closed, right? But I can turn on something called eye smile so that I can make the eyes like go up like this, how you'd see in a lot of anime. Otherwise, when my eyes are closed, they'd normally be closed like this, right? So instead of just the eyes are up here. Oh, they're so sarcastic looking right now. But what I can do is I can put a little bit of like gremlin mode in here, right? So I can be like, ooh, ooh. I love it. It's so cute. It's a small detail, but it really adds a lot. And then I can go back to posing. But I'm very excited. Yeah, very wiggle. Wiggle is really nice for a lot of these models. But you could see like how the tracking will eventually work. I'll still have to adjust some things. Like for instance, the mouth is gonna go under the snake bites right now because I haven't told it exactly where it needs to go. But this is what Live 2D is like. It's just a bunch of, hey, when you're here, also move this. And it's just a virtual puppet, basically. But let me get out of this. You can see here, I'll open the eyes a little more so I don't look completely dead. But we're probably going to focus on the mouth for now. And if we finish the mouth, I'm going to work on probably head X. I'll show you what this looks like. This is the base model from the template that I got. So this turning is what we'll eventually work on. So we can start doing things like this. I opted for my version to do the rigging from scratch. But it's so cute already. It's so cute. But let me, I know you won't be able to see all of it. Like I have, these are all of the different layers up here and behind here that you can't see right now. This is all of my hierarchy for my deformers. So a lot of stuff behind the scenes over there. But what I want is we can start working on this side. So I want to click on the warp deformer. So this green box, this is a warp deformer here. So what I can do is I can like pull these, or I can smush them in a little bit. I can also do a lot of fun, interesting things where I can kind of pull from like the center if I want to give it like a little more oomph. But yeah, right now all we're gonna do is positioning. So let me get to the mouth. So I'm trying to decide right now how, like, so these will, you know, turn and then open. And I always want these to be, like, relatively here, right? Because I want it to be in, like, not the corners of the mouth, because that would be closer to here. But I always want them to be somewhere, like, relatively here. The other thing I could work on first is we could hide these snake bites real quick. And then I could work on, I have a tooth. No, that's the upper skin. I have tooth, and we could place the tooth. I think we might do that first, actually. And then I already made custom meshes for these, so that's good and ready to go. So let's do, I want to make this smaller for sure, because the mouth I have is pretty small as is. You taking notes over there? All right, so let me do this. So, oh, why did this? Oh, you know what? Let me put this in a deformer by itself first. So this is going to be deformer of mouth skin. Or let me do mouth tooth skin. There we go. And let's put it in its proper place over here. So now the basic idea, right, is that I can make it whatever size I want it to be. And then it looks like I have my little tooth like that. I might make the actual skin here a little smaller. Yeah, there we go. So that way it looks more, this part is like thicker here. And then I can adjust this to wherever it needs to be. But I ended up making this mouth line a bit thicker. But yeah, have the tooth. So let's do this, and then let me grab this real quick. I'm going to, can I increase? Should be able to just pull this a little bit. There we go. That'll make life a little easier. Oh yeah, I would need to make a deformer specifically on there. What music was this from again? So familiar. It is from Conker's Bad Fur Day. The title is It's War HD. Welcome in, welcome in. So let me go ahead. I think here is fine just for the starting position. So let me add in all of our little parts here. You're going to see the mouth move, so don't mind that. I'm going to add in parts here. All right, let's start with all the mouth closed. I think that'll be the easiest. Yeah, with the teddies. This will be really cute once it opens. Or we could start it from open and then bring it down. I think that might be good. Oop. Let me click on that. There we go. How big do we want this to be is the question. Biggest reason I remember it was used in StarCraft 2 mod Mastery Call. Oh yeah? All right, maybe like a little bit bigger than this. And we can turn it like that. There we go. Let me actually pull that. How much smaller does this get? Because this is definitely the widest this is. I don't want to make it too big. Huge as big as your head. Wow. Damn. That's so rude. That's so rude. I feel like it could be a little bigger than what it is currently. I think it's too small here. Technically, I could make it bigger in this section and then smaller in a different section of it, but let me do this. I'm gonna bring it down, and then I'm just gonna do the positioning first. I can do the adjustment to make sure that like this little bit of the mouth outline that's not showing, so that's not a big deal for now. All right, let me do that, and then Just get rid of these real quick. And then re-add them so that this is the correct size now. But yeah, if they need to be smaller, we can make them smaller. But I think we should keep it at its largest for starting position. Yeah, yep, Gloomy Galleon. I have a bunch of N64 music on here. And then I also have Guilty Gear Surd music as well. Abois. Leah, stinky. No, you stinky. I literally just showered. I am the least amount of stinky possible, actually. Alright, so we'll start here. And then we're gonna move this down. Abois. Abois. Do maybe this much. And remember, this is just positioning, so we'll adjust these as needed. Bring this down. And then this down one more time. I'm gonna move that a little bit. So you get the basic idea of how the mouth moves. Have to recollect stinky particles. Yes, the stinky particles are empty right now. See? I still think it's like a little too big. Like here it looks good, I think. But I can make it like a little smaller. Like once we start getting to like here, I think it should get a little smaller. Because it's not bad, but you know what I mean? Ah, blah, 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 blah. Hi, Gentle. Welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Ah, blah, 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 blah. I hope you're enjoying. All right, here, yeah, let's make this like a little smaller. I think that's good. And then still like a little smaller here. And we'll turn that there. Okay, that's about the right size there. Okay, that looks better for sure. So let's look at that a little further out.
That's so fucked up, Dayo.
That's so fucked up, Dayo. I love Henya's Dayo. Thank you for the sound though. Welcome in, welcome in. But yeah, so now we can see this. Oh yeah, I wanted to do it from further out. Look at how cute with the little tooth. That's so cute. I love that. Is that the world famous VTuber ChurchofLia? Yes, it is. It is. And the silly guy too. Is Gentle stinky? Can Gentle be the stinky one? Hope you're having a pleasant weekend, doing well. Just popping in to say Dix and Lurk might or might not poop on you. RNG will decide that. Yes, the famous AI VTuber. Just for context, in case anyone doesn't know, somebody earlier decided that I was AI, even though I'm not AI. This art is all me, human-made, real person. So it was just funny because apparently, YouTube comment, one singular YouTube comment.
I poo-ed myself.
Go shower. Go shower. But yeah, one YouTube comment decided that I was AI. Even though I'm real. Why does Leah mean daddy? Because I told it. You have not noticed. You have not noticed. Let me skip this one, because this is the portrait ghost one that we ran into earlier. I think it's doing the thing where it's doing the same ones. Hold on, let me pick a different song. It's Ocarina of Time. Where did all of my Guilty Gear music go? Is that suddenly not here anymore? That's weird. That's odd. Haunted Mansion. It's Gruntilda's Lair, Mad Monster Mansion. Very close. Oh, God damn it. Really? 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 You know what? We're gonna get some Mario Kart. What one do I want? Oh, there's so many good... Rainbow Road. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we have basic positioning here. We can adjust as needed, but I think size-wise for that first one, this is good. So now we're gonna go here. I'm gonna scooch that over a little and then like that. And then I still think this should be like a little smaller. Maybe, and then we can adjust these as needed. But yeah, no, you were very, very close. Honestly, if I wasn't reading it, I wouldn't have guessed it right. The poop came close to you. Technically, it was in my mouth, kind of, sort of, yes. Okay. Then we can see, okay, so this isn't one. We're gonna make it smaller. See, it's about the same size. Okay, a little bit bigger. I'm gonna bring that down. I'm gonna move that like relatively here, I think. Bum, ba, da, da. Okay, that looks pretty good. This is bias here. That is my favorite Rainbow Road. I love Rainbow Road too. I managed to I play Assetto Corsa once in a while, and you can get Rainbow Road as like a raceable track. So I'll take like supercars and race them on Rainbow Road. I think it's so fucking funny. All right, so that looks good. And then let's go to this one. So I want to make that smaller for sure. And then let's move that relatively here, I think. Yeah, that looks good. Because I don't want the skin tooth to be exactly the same size as everything. Like, as the mouth gets smaller, I feel like this should also get smaller. Because, like, this is way too big for, you know, this size. Because if I just slapped that on here, that's the majority of it, you know? I'm gonna move that, and then it's probably gonna need to be bigger than that. Oh, actually, that's not awful. Boop, boop, ba-doo. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's see how that looks. Okay, I still think I want this a little bigger on that one. But that's not bad. Ah, blah, blah, blah. Saber-tooth daddy. Yeah. Yeah, let's make that like a little bigger. Then I'll move that to here. Yeah, there we go. And then it starts to get bigger up here. Perfect, okay. So we can go to here, and then we'll start from the largest size, which I think on this one I'm also gonna make a little smaller. Just like in, like, maybe that much? It's hard to decide sometimes. Ah, blah, blah. All right, move you over here. Again, smaller. Relatively here. These ones are going to end up getting turned in like a tiny bit. Just because of the way that these will end up connecting, but... Okay, size-wise, that's good. Again, smaller. And then relative positioning. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. And then same thing, small. And it's gonna go, say, like here. Okay, that one looks pretty good. Pretty good. All right, that is gonna be way too big. Let's do maybe here. Let me just make sure that's working. Hey kiddo, what's up? Catching King Boo. No, I want Delfino Plaza. Just for you, kiddo. It's not Coconut Mall, but I should definitely put Coconut Mall in there. Dun 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum. Okay, that's pretty good size-wise. Now we do it again. Yeah, I should definitely add Coconut Mall. I think I want to add some Sonic music in here too. I do need to see what's going on with the Guilty Gear Surd OST, because I don't know why that's not in there all of a sudden. I like how this is almost like the same size here. All right, let's make that. That one's gonna have to be pretty small. Yeah, Sunshine was fantastic. I love the music in Sunshine. Basically, if you give me like almost any either N64 or GameCube era game from Nintendo, I mean, obviously it'd be from Nintendo, but you get what I'm saying. Anything around that era, yeah, I love it. It's the best. I just love the little tooth. The little tooth is so cute. Even though the game itself was 100% was tedious. Yeah, I've only 100%ed a couple of games in my lifetime, and that was not one of them. All right, let's do like here-ish. Oh, that one gets a lot smaller, so maybe like here? There we go. Okay, that gets pretty small. All right, yep, good amount, good. And then that can go. Perfect. Okay, so let's see how this looks on the physics menu. Let me save that real quick. Boy, this music sure sounds like it's from a video game series adjacent to another video game series that hosts the timeless song featured in Mario Kart Wii Coconut Mall. Yeah. You just got coconut mauled. All right, so let's see how this is looking now. I'm gonna put it on posing. Look how upset they look. They're like, I fucking hate it here. All right, play. There we go. Ooh, I'm liking how this... Is this not showing up for you? I don't see the physics window showing up. Let me make sure that's there. I know it's supposed to be. Why is it suddenly not... That is not the physics layer. Hold on. Hold on, I'll get it. There we go. I don't know why it wasn't showing up for a second there. But we have it now. The blue coins in Sunshine were awful to get. Yeah, or it kind of reminded me of the silver coins from Diddy Kong Racing. But like, you know, different version. Hi from YouTube, just wandering around to see some entertainment in here. So what you doing? Hi, welcome in. I am working on my chibi model for hopefully having this one soon, but this is my little baby. We're working on adjusting the mouth right now. So I have this little skin tooth right here that I'm working on. And this is actually a template, so credits over here. But this creator made a template, and then I added my own additional art to match my model over here that I'm also working on making into a live 2D model. But we were just making things move. Boop, Boop. There we go. So you see, it's already starting to move a little bit. So Diddy Kong Racing is Mario Kart 64. This is Diddy Kong Racing. It's a Frosty Village. Also, I was watching a video earlier today on the comparison between the N64 version of Diddy Kong Racing and the DS remake. And I can't believe what they did to the music, because they just, it sounds like a lower quality ripoff. I can't believe that the remake music sounds so much worse, because I've only played the N64 version. Yeah, look at how cute the mouth is. Like, we have to make some adjustments for when the skin part is showing and then the mouth line is showing, but like, look at how cute this is already. And then my favorite, there's this option called Posing Bee, so you can see like what the tracking could look like. It looks so silly. Like, it always looks so silly, no matter what I do to it. But the mouth is looking really good. There's a couple small things I have to add on just to hide where technically it's your throat, but the inner mouth color, the white section here when the mouth is open, there's like a little bit I'll have to adjust there, but nothing really that bad. Or hearing the WizPig version of YouTube sounded so bad compared to the N64 version. Yeah, there are a few tracks that they really did not do well. Just, it sounded like an off-brand, or it's like, oh, you want Diddy Kong Racing music? You know, the Diddy Kong Racing music at home. That's really what it sounded like, which sucks because it was still from Nintendo. I don't know if what's left of Rare had anything to do with the remake at that point, but... Okay, so on this deformer here, we're gonna make another one. Bum 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 bum. This is gonna be mouth, tooth, skin, adjustment. So now I have a second deformer on my first deformer. But then I can adjust this carefully. Actually, how do I want to do that? You know what, let me, instead of doing it on both, let me do it individually, because that'll make this easier. So this will be mouth, tooth, skin, adjustment. So that way I'm technically only moving this section here instead of both. All right, let's do, because it technically doesn't matter where it is. Let me try to find the most neutral spot. That'll be the easiest. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so that's good. So let's go ahead and add in the parameters. And then for mouth open as well. There we go. So now we can go in and manually edit the, this is the skin part, and let me get the outline deformer ready to go. So do that and that. All right. This is gonna be mouth, tooth, outline, adjustment. I know you can't see this exact menu that I'm typing in, but you get the idea. So now, like I said, now it's just this part. So the racing theme in Mount Freezy, yeah. No, you're fine, don't worry. Yeah, it's a Boggy's Race. Achievement model's looking cute. Thank you. I'm very excited to see how this ends up looking. Because, like, this already, to me, is very adorable, and I have a lot of ideas for how I want certain things to move, like, especially, like, the physics on this one. I'm just incredibly excited for it overall. Bum ba dum bum ba dum. Do 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 ba do 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 do. Okay, so let's go on here, and yep, they're both on the deformers and not the meshes themselves. All right, so we'll start from here and then adjust. So here I want to adjust the tooth. So we can do boom. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Can't even tell that there was this little bit cutting in. And then this is fine here. Yeah, that doesn't need that. I can jump back and forth. So this one, I can just kind of pull that in. Boom. Beautiful. Okay, this one's actually not bad. I can leave that one alone. The tooth skin on here can go up a bit. All right, and then we can do the same thing, but here. Why is that looking a little funky? Oh, I see why. I know what the problem is. I can fix this. I was a little silly. Little silly. Okay, that one has that. That one has that. Do 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 do. Okay. I think that's good. Let me just go back a little bit just to confirm. There we go. Okay, so we're on the deformer. Gonna bring that up. Any of the minecart music always like makes me anxious, but they did a good job with that. All right, I'm actually gonna do one thing real quick. We're gonna remove these. We'll do one at a time. So skin goes here. Oh, why are you suddenly not moving? Did I go too far back? No. Interesting. Sometimes Live 2D does get a little fucky. Oh, I see why it was getting messed up. Let me add this back in. Mouth, skin, outline, adjustment. There we go. So everything should still be moving. Okay, our position is fine. All right, let me unlink those. And then we're gonna slowly go through this. We're gonna just do skin first. It is in Creepy Castle, and it's the minecart minigame. All right, that's good. Bring that down here. Skin is fine there. Skin's fine here. That can be brought up just a little bit. Now for this section, I'm gonna bring that up, let's say maybe this much. Same thing here. I'll bring that up a little more. This corner as well. Okay, that one seems fine. Okay, a little more there. Bring it up like maybe like that. It really only needs some light adjustment, honestly. It's not even that bad. Okay, this one. So we're almost done with just the skin part of the tooth. All right, let's open that up, and then we're on the last form here. That can go up a little. Doesn't really need it, but I'll bring that up. Okay, cool. So that should look fine. Let me just link this and then... Okay, that's looking good. So now we can unlink this and then go to the deformer for the actual outline of this, and then we can adjust the same way. Okay, so this is fine. So let me do... Oh, nope, wrong one. I need this one, and this one. And then on the mouth form, I can add these three in. And then this. All right, there we go. So let's start from here. Okay, that one doesn't actually need that much. Let me take off. I forget, I think it's a bounding box, but the red one gets in the way. So now we can do this here and see how much nicer that looks already. If I wanted to be super... Okay, let me put it to you this way. I should be gluing this skin tooth so that it doesn't move around in like an odd way, but I'm lazy and I don't feel like gluing things. Partially because I have not mastered the art of glue yet. But now that's fine. So let's do open mouth again. Bring that here. Bring this down here. Perfect. That can go there. That's good now. Okay, I can bring that up a little bit and then that side can go down a little. Okay, that one actually looks fine, honestly. All right, so open mouth again, middle form. Bring that down. Actually, I probably could on this one. Let me take this out. That doesn't need to be quite so big. Just kind of push this a little bit. Yeah, I think that's fine there. On some of these, I'm just gonna end up pushing in with this brush. I could also... forget how to switch it for weight painting. But if I just push in just a little bit, I can kind of blend it in there. Make that smaller. There we go. All right, and that one's fine. All right, now we can do this one. Same thing, just slowly scooch this. Ooh, let me make that a bit smaller. Okay. And then smaller again. Push that in a little bit.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Hi, Rex. How are you? Perfect. Okay, last form. Make this a little bigger. There we go. Smaller. Actually, I can do a little bigger than that. That's not that big a deal. Soda. Soda. Okay, that goes there. And last one. There we go. Okay, that should be good on all of the tooth. Let me save this.
So hot. Want to touch the hiney.
Oh my god. More tiny mommy adventures, yeah. All right, let's see how this is looking here. Is that gonna pop up nicely or is it gonna be mean? Why does it think it's that? There we go. Let me see if I can get it to say, let's say automatic. Window title must match. No, it's got to be that one. There we go. So now we can take a look. And then let's play this and see how that goes. So now we can actually see how that skin tooth is moving. Think Leah, hand is a great idea. Yeah. I know on this one, I don't know exactly how to do it yet. I might have to do a little research. But there's a part on here called eye smile, which is when you see the lower like eye skin moving up. That's part of that. I can tell it, hey, when this happens, you can like move something, right? So what I really want to do is with the eye smile, I want to make the ears wiggle because I think that would be really cute, but I have to see if I have to set it as an animation first or if I had to do something specific because I want to kind of tie it to a couple of different things. Because I could do it, like I could move the ear position with the eyes so that when they're open wide, the ears move up. Or I could tie it to certain expressions. I have a few ideas for it. But yeah, I think it would be cute. But this is looking pretty good. I'm not seeing any clipping so far, which is great, especially because I did not glue anything. I really should sit down and learn how to glue properly. Like, it's not hard. And it is helpful. It's just I don't feel like sitting down and learning it right now. I'll probably do it for the main model, but for this one, I don't really think I need it on this. And that's cute. Thank you. I'm really happy with how this is coming out. And then the sizing looks good on this. Let me just put this on posing real quick so we can see. I love how expressive this is already, and I have added some blend shapes to the eyebrows and the eyes already. So when I use, oh god, what's the program called? VBridger. I have stuff that I can already use VBridger for. But this will be so cute. I'm really excited for how this is coming out. Okay, so that's all sad. No. Me. Okay, so now that that's done, at some point I think I want to add in like a tongue here and then my tongue piercing, but for now I'm probably gonna leave it as is, and eventually I can add I'm sure you've seen some VTubers who can like stick their tongue out and move their tongue around. I want to do that at some point here too. But for now, it's just this. And then everything that's grayscale right now, this will eventually be different colors, but I'm doing that in Live 2D, or sorry, not in Live 2D, in VTube Studio. So I can pick any color I want and then change it here. Okay, so that's good. Let me close this here. I really like how this is coming out. This is so cute. Just so small, so cute. Okay, let's get the snake bites back out. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have them like relatively, I'm not gonna be exact about it. I'm gonna be kind of exact, but not like insanely. So let's do left first. So we're gonna do same thing here. Actually, let me start with the smallest and then we'll move it out. 3 stream streak, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, it's so cute, right?
Very small, very demure, very mindful.
Yes, very mindful. But yeah, if you ever wanted to know, hey, what's it like making a VTuber model? It is just, it's this. It's this. Just a lot of this. Slowly moving pieces to where you think they're supposed to go. Over and over and over and over. All right, let's move to here. Then move this to here. I'm gonna guesstimate that there. And then, ooh, same thing here. So I want to leave some room for like where I think the bottom of the lip would be. I'm wondering if these are too big. I might need to make these smaller. Because I did make these
So how many
smaller.
models do you have currently?
Oh, good question. I think I have like 6 or 7 total. Are you asking all of them or the ones that I have made? Because I've made most of them, but I do have, is it 2? Yeah, I have 2 that I did not make. And then this one's a template, so half made by me, half. It's going to be closer to like an 80-20 split, to be honest, but there we go. All right, let's do that. I might end up making these smaller, but for now it's fine. Do 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 do. Same thing, that's gonna go there. I might end up making these a little closer. Wop, 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 wop. Do I want this closer or not?
I mean, there's the one you're using right now, the tiny one, the other tiny one, the bad Jacko, the original. I don't know if I'm missing any.
Let me think. So I have the original, which is actually this one here. So I have this. This was my original, my very first model that I made, right? Let me show you in the modeling because it looks kind of crazy with all the deformers over it. But this is my OG model here. So just looks crazy. So that's the OG. And then I have the Jacko, which is a PNG Tuber Plus. I have a 3D model that I've been working on that's in progress. I have a bunch. I'd have to sit and count them because I know I have like at least 6 because I have this version, but the pre-made one, and then I made the one for Another Crab's Treasure. And now I'm making this one. I'd have to sit and count them, honestly. At some point, I'll make a thing that showcases each model that I use so people can see all of them and all the proper credits, but I can't think of all of them off the top of my head. And then, yeah, I am working on the Bat one as well. Welcome in, welcome in. How you doing? Hi. Hello, hello. How are you? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I have a bunch. There's so many. Because I want to say it's like 7, maybe. Maybe. All right, let me go back to here. Click on this deformer. Okay. Yeah, I think I might want to move it like a tiny bit closer since I'm not showing exactly where like the bottom of the lip is. It's fine. I just don't want it to be on top of the like tooth or the mouth skin here. So I'll do like here, I think. It's gonna be a little closer than I was having it before. And then I'll just match it relatively. All right. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay, that one can go, I think, here. I think Twitch wants me to get Taco Bell for my 5 ads. We're Taco Bell? Really? 4 out of 5? That's crazy. We've had some really funny ads. Like, I've been asking chat to screenshot ads so I can eventually make a tier list. But I think some of the first ads people were telling me were like toddler slides and diapers and I think formula might have been another one. DoorDash was peanut butter cups, some kind of memory medicine and prize pick again, yeah. DoorDash, Red Bull, prize picks, balloons, wow, a bunch. Yeah. Yeah, ads are stinky, but unfortunately I can't do a ton about it. You're stuck with me now? Hell yeah. Alright, let's move that one like here. There we go. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Honestly, I might be able to just do this side and then replicate it here and not even have to worry about it. I might do that. Yeah, it's the, it says compactor HD. Bum, 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 bum. Music's so good though. All right, I'll put that one here. And then that one can go like here. Here. We're just, you know, placing based off vibes. Lip Fang's cute. Thank you. I love having it. Like, it's usually a more of a, like, a playful characteristic, but I really like having them on my models. Like, if there is an option for skin tooth, I will take it, like, every time. Put it, like, here, maybe. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, that one can go there. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then I think just that final form, and then we can check it. Let me, on the snake bite one here, let me just hide that for a second for now. Do like here. And then here's probably good. Do, 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 do. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da. All right, let me link these. Ooh, there we go. Okay. I think that is pretty good. Used to have one IRL. My left canine's larger, so my lip would get stuck on it occasionally. Yeah. I used to have a snaggletooth when I was younger. So it was in, I can't remember if it was left or right side, but it was kind of like this. There we go. Let me save. And we'll see how this looks, and then I can reflect this. All right. Is this gonna show up properly? Yay, it did! Hell yeah. All right, let's start posing you. How are we looking? There we go. This is so cute. I'm really happy with how this is coming out. I can't wait for this to be done so I can add all the color back in. Because when I was drawing this, like, it looks so bright on the clip file. But because Live 2D doesn't take overlay layers, it looked crazy as soon as I imported it. But this is so cute. It doesn't peek out anymore, but I have a visible dent in my bottom lip from it. Oh. The skin tooth thing, or like snaggletooth, whatever you want to call it, it's really cute. I think the muted colors are kind of cute, actually, yeah. I could do like a fun little, like, if we played a game that was mostly in like black and white, like a grayscale kind of thing, that would be cute already, right? Yeah, I think basically the only color that's showing through right now are the colors I know that are basically going to stay the same, but if I needed to change them, it would be really easy to. I love how, like, mischievous this look is. No, you want to go back to posing. I can't wait till we can actually move more things, because right now the only thing I can move are the eyes. I can look around a bit, but that's about it right now. I don't know if it would be cute on me now. I'm told I'm intimidating. Honestly, I get the same thing, so I feel you. I don't think I'm intimidating, but people, when they meet me, they're like, I don't know. Maybe I just have a scary aura. All right, that is saved. Let's go. I'll reflect this later. 6'7" and 285 guy with resting bitch face. I also have resting bitch face, so you can we can be in a club. 4 feet of fury. You know what? You know what? Fuck you. Let's do Metallic Mario. Ba-dum bum ba-dum bum. Bum 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 ba-da-da-dun-dun-dun. Alright, let me close the mouth. This really does look so cute. I love it. I can't get over how adorable this is. I think that's all of the mouth parts for now. Alright, so I'm gonna like hide a bunch of these for a second. I'm gonna be bald. I hope that doesn't scare anyone, but I will become bald for a moment. Let me see. There we go. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then hair behind. Hair pulled back. There it is. Boom. Bald. Oh yeah, the metal theme is one of my favorites. Yeah, bald, bald, bald. I should add a shiny. Just put like a highlight, just like, boom. Chat, would you still love me if I was bald? I think honestly this might be chat's favorite part. But I want to start, I need to put all of the face parts in a deformer, and then we can go from there. I might want to adjust the deformer, or the mesh. I'm not sure if I want to. You know, I should be good about this. I should be very good about this. I get lazy on it. I'm like, does it really need it? And then when I try to deform it, it turns out all fucked up. Because the forehead's so bald, so cute. My favorite character is Dry Bones or Shy Guy. I don't know which I like more. Ooh, I really like Shy Guy. Shy Guy's cute. Just the wow. Like, I like that noise that he makes. Yeah, no, I should be good about this. All right, chat. I'm gonna teach you about meshing. Let me make this. We're gonna get rid of all this real quick. And then I am going to put on Mirror Edit, which has been my savior. I'm gonna adjust this so that it's directly in the middle. There we go. Thankfully, since this model's so simplistic, I don't have to worry about too much if my mesh isn't incredible, but yeah, no, so cute. So cute. I love Shy Guy. There's a lot of really cute characters. Like, I love Blooper. Or, I always call him Booper. But I love Blooper. Alright, so we're gonna go... Boom. So now, it's really hard to see because they're tiny, but you can see this red line here. I'm gonna slowly add these in and try to follow the curve of my big, bald, beautiful dome. And yes, chat, I promise I will give you the ability to take my hair off. I will make it a toggle for y'all at some point. We're gonna go with like the super basic stuff first, but I will make that a toggle for you, I promise. Slowly add these in. Alright, and then, boom. Let me actually do that a little lower. So we have the first part. Now I gotta go around it. And then I can... If I had any detailing in here, I would go and add things in to try to make this... You basically want to look at these meshes as if they were 3D objects. So like if there was a circle, like for the eyes, I'd want to do a circle with another circle in the middle. But you should not trust here with that power. Yeah, but chat's been asking for a bald toggle for like how long now? Like I feel like it's been a while. I'm actually going to start from out here. And then we're just gonna... Actually, it doesn't need to be that far. I'm gonna do it from here. Boop, boop. Just keep following around the edge. But yeah, chat's been asking for it for like quite some time. They're like, bald, please give me bald. I want bald, please. Bald toggle, bald toggle. When can make bald? Please, please bald. Yeah, Tyr, I see you. I see you. I know you want the bald. I can't wait to add a bunch of silly stuff into here. Boom, 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 boom. All right, that one can go there, and then I'm just gonna slowly follow back so I can close this mesh. Because it's always funky when I try to go from like the center to this one. So I usually start on this outer one and then make my way back. There's gotta be a way where I can just click on the exact point that I want, but I don't know how. And if I just click on it, it makes a different line. So we're going for like a little trip around my beautiful bald face. Move that here. All right, now we can close this. Here. Perfect. All right, so let me auto-connect this, and then we can get rid of these extra lines, because we don't need those. If I had any detailing in here, this would be, we would be doing more. But since it's so simplistic, I don't have to worry about it. All right, go up here. Get rid of those. Get rid of those. There's one right there, yeah. All right, same thing here. Get rid of those. Oh no, that one needs to be there. That one's fine. That's good there, and then just this. Let me make that smaller. There we go. All right, and then that's what a basic mesh will look like. Scary face. Gotta love how this is after the credits. Yeah. And then, guess what? We gotta do the same thing again. Well, hi. But yeah, so if you ever want to see how these work, let me, you'd have this, and then you can adjust as needed. But since this is literally just a solid color, it's fine for what we're doing. Also, welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. 1 second, I gotta blow my nose. It's nice to meet you too, Carl. Welcome in, welcome in. We are just working on some meshing and then hopefully deforming my face. But I need to make sure that all the little parts of the face are meshed properly. So same thing here. Let's just erase all this. Look how big I can make this eraser. Boom. Thank you. Rainbow Road again. There we go. I didn't feel like listening to Banshee Boardwalk. Okay, so this should be in the exact position. Yep, okay, cool. So basically same thing that we did before. But this is the outline. So instead of doing like how you normally see people do outlines on like drawings and stuff, it's much easier to move these around and adjust the outlines if you make it like a big shape. All right, and then slowly go around. Do 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 do. And then go around and around and around and around. Boop boop ba doo 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 doo. Beep bop beep boop. Alright. There we go. First part almost done. Alright, let me see if this will be nice. Did it open the mesh? It left it open here. Ugh. That's why I don't like doing it like that. I don't know why. Did it actually leave it open? You know what? We're going to test it. We're going to see if it left it open or not. I feel like it says it's open right now, but it shouldn't be. No, it's not open. Yeah, okay. I don't know why it's like this, but we'll just do the same thing we did last time. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Do. There's a couple things I'd like them to fix about the symmetry in here, but it's not awful, honestly. Boop, boop, boop. Go here, here. And at least with the symmetry mesh, I can do it way faster. Soda! Thanks for the soda. I wish I had more. I went out and ordered lunch today, so I got a soda then, but I should be good and drink some water. I'm hoping that I can get this model finished by my birthday. So like basically 2 weeks from now. So soon. I've also been, I've been working on this since I got up, basically, with, you know, some food breaks and stuff in between. But I got up at like 9. I think I started working on this at 10. But I've made a good amount of progress.
Happy almost birthday.
Thank you! Yeah, soon. I have to check what day of the week it's on, but we might do a little pizza party or something. I have not decided yet. Alright, and then back to here. Boom. There we go. Now the mesh isn't open. I don't know why it opens it when I do it that way. Alright, we're gonna auto-connect, and then we can get rid of all these extra lines that we don't need. There we go. Abwa. Bum ba. Do. Let me make that a little smaller. Alright, those don't need to be there. That one's fine. Those can be deleted. There we go. Okay, I think that's all of them. There's one here we don't need. Okay, that looks good to me. Cool. So now we can throw this back on here. Don't think I actually want to use the face shadow that came with this template. I might make a different one myself, but for now I'll leave it. Okay, so what else is in the face? Oh, we should do the tattoo, because that's going to be in the same area. Alright. This one's going to be super easy. So you can see a slightly more complex mesh than what we did before, but not by a lot, honestly. This one we can't mirror edit, though. It keeps trying to do Catching King Boo, and I don't know why. It just really wants that song for some reason. We're just gonna follow around the outline. Oh. Gonna move that there. Okay, that's something that also, for some reason, I'm not sure if I need like a specific shortcut for it. But when you're doing the symmetry mesh, if you want to move these points, it'll only move it on one side, and I'm not sure why. I feel like I need to hold down like a specific button or something. Because I can't just go like this. Move that there. Then I can adjust that there. And then we're going to do the outside now. Because usually if, since this is very close to one another, I'll have to like bring this out here and then drag them in. Because if I get too close, it's going to try to mesh to any of these lines here. Yeah. I like the Forest Temple. It definitely confused me a lot when I was a kid playing it for the first time. But I always loved how the hallways like twist and turn. Boop, boop. This part's almost done. Okay, let me put that there. Move that a little bit. Yeah, that's fine there. And then I'm going to do one more on the outside. And then I might do an inner one as well. But most of the meshes are something similar to what I'm doing here when they're a little more complicated. Oh, I can hear Neggy. I think he's yelling at the neighbor's dog. Okay, almost got this part. Let me move that and that real quick. There we go. Pop that there. Yeah, it keeps trying to connect to these pre-existing ones. Just have to pull these in. Let me adjust that and that one real quick. There we go. That goes there. That goes there. All right, I think that's good. I don't think the inner part needs another line. All right, so let's auto-connect that. There we go. So you can kind of see it's like in the same shape as the moon. So let's test it. Okay, that looks pretty good. Still basically keeping the shape. Cool, cool. And then, all right, that's already connected to the face. So if that moves, this will only stay on the face skin. There we go. All right, so in the template version, what they do, ooh, wrong one. That's body, where's face angle? Angle X. Their head shape goes like this. So I don't want to mimic it 100%, but I want to get something relatively close to it. So you can see this little kind of divot here. I think I want to bring this bottom part out a little more for mine, but we can use this as reference for my little bald self over here. Okay, so let me bring that out. So face and the outline and, oh, where did those go? Face, outline. No, the little moon is there somewhere. I think I can shift click with that. Just make sure I got all three. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we can make a deformer to keep everything in there. So this is going to be face XY. There we go. So now we have this here, and they all move together. Ooh, why are there 2 of those? Interesting. I need to get rid of that. I will eventually find that little eye socket that's been hiding back there. You see that? Ooh, there's a couple things hiding back there. I will find you. I will find you and I will get rid of you. The joys of rigging. Okay, so now we can go into, I believe it's angle X is the standard. So let's go ahead and make a folder for this. So yeah, head, move angle X, Y, and Z. I don't know why they call it angle for this, but angle is the same thing as head. And then there's a body X, body Y, body Z, and then you can do like breathing and things like that. But I will find you later. I'm gonna make a mental note to get rid of what's behind here. There we go. Okay, so the Guilty Gear music is on there. But yeah, I have an extra eye hiding back here. You know what, before I do anything, let me see. There it is. I see where it is. I see where it is. I can get rid of that. Hold on, watch this. Watch this. Let's see, socket, shadow, pupil, pupil. Okay. That's most of it, just not the lashes, but I can get rid of those. And then where are the other lashes hiding? Because I feel like you are somewhere over here still. Yeah, I got most of it though. I got most of it. Just gotta hunt you down. Let's see. Let me go to lash. Where are you? Lashes. Okay, these ones here. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Found them. All right, let's get rid of those. Now, that shouldn't be hiding there anymore. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so I don't have a hidden third eye. All right, let me increase this grid, because this is, what, 5 by 5? Let me do 7 by 7. And then, yeah, retain control structure. That's good. There we go. All right, physics settings. Let's take a look and see how we're looking right now, chat. Posing. How do I look? It looks so funny with the bald. It's correct, but it's so funny. Yeah, Angie. All right, real quick, I'm gonna go get some water, and then I'll be right back. But I'll leave this on so you can stare at it. Actually, let me put the funnier one on. You can watch this version, the crazy one, and then I'm gonna get some water, so I'll be right back. All right, I have returned. Tear, I went to get water, not go to the toilet. Unless you think I'm getting water from the toilet. All right. Let me scooch. All right, now we gotta decide how far we want the head to turn. So let's move that. All right, going here. Where else would you get it? What do you mean? What do you mean, where else would I get water? Do you get your water from the toilet? Because I get mine from the fridge. You know, with the fancy-ass filter. Okay, there we go. So I like to break these up. Normally what I do first is I kind of push the head like this to either side. So like if I'm turning, depending on how you have it set up, this is our left, their right. But if I'm turning this way, I like to bring this out a bit and then adjust the side. So I think I'm gonna do maybe this much to start with. Make sure it's on the right one. Because I can always adjust this. And then let me reflect this. Oh, why was it angy? Here, reflect. What are you being weird? Do I have to reflect from... Why are you not reflecting correctly? Let me just redo this. Normally, you bring it to one side and you're like, I would like to reflect that motion. That's a good amount of motion. No, not reflect the parameter itself. Reflect motion. There we go. There we go. Okay. If you're not meant to drink it out of the toilet, why is it served in a bowl? You know, I worry about you sometimes, chat. I worry about your well-being sometimes. Are you okay? Are you all right? Is everything okay at home? Yes, you speak for all the chat. Definitely. Everyone in chat, because you said it, everyone in chat drinks out of the toilet bowl. I could use a hug. Aww. Alright, so... Yeah, that's, I think for initial positioning, like, I can always, let's say I adjust the side so I have, like, the right shape, so it's like, you know, this or whatever. If I'm like, ooh, I don't really like how far that it is, let's say it's just, like, way too far, but it looks good, I can just adjust that really easily after, so... Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Titan. I'm sure something will come to you soon, though. Crossing all my fingies and toes for you, okay? Alright, so we're gonna do that. So this is initial positioning, so I'm gonna do face XY adjustment. Same thing, let me center that. So now, I'm gonna hide the eyes and the ears for a second so we can get a better view of this. Elf ears, hide that, earrings. The triangle's fine for now. Then, let me see the entirety. Where's the folder for the lashes and the eyes? Oh, they're not in there anymore. They're technically in a separate spot. That's fine. I can just do it this way. If I really need to. I'll leave the eyes for now. Okay. Let's go back to here. And then we have this deformer. So now I think the next thing we do is try to get this angle correct, right? So I usually do position, angle, and then adjustment. So I'll do 3 in total, and then maybe a 4th deformer that you can delete after, because that's a really nice thing about the deformers. If I need to just move something, I can add a deformer on top of the existing deformer, position it, and then delete it. And it stays like that for some reason. So let's see, how far do I want this to go? Oh, no, I want this on red. I think maybe here. So when we're turning, it looks really funny from here, but when we turn it to this side, right, it kind of looks like it's actually a 3D object. It's harder to do this when you don't have as much detail, but let me see if I can adjust to this. Do this. Let me see if it's gonna be nice. Reflect motion. There we go. So this actually looks a little more like it's turning, right? And there's still enough room for the head on the neck where it doesn't look awkward. All right, now I'm gonna create another deformer on top. And that's gonna be face adjustment. Face XY adjustment. There we go. So do that here. And then this is where I take this bounding box off. And then if I want, I can push in like this, for instance. So I can be like, I want this to squish in more. This one's still 7 by 7. I also can weight paint and then do specific areas. So if I wanted to just like push in slightly like that, I could. Too much math, yeah. All the maths. Just... That's the same size, right? There we go. What's playing right now? It is Ole from Conker's Bad Fur Day. Do you remember when we were fighting the cow? And the cow that had to we had to feed it prune juice, and then it had the runs. Yeah, that's the song. Oh, I think maybe, do I want to do it from the corner? We're gonna play around with this. So I think I want, pull this out and then maybe push this in a little. Let me see what they did over here. So I want this to curve out a little more comparatively. Yeah, yeah, Conker's Bad Fur Day is a game. It is certainly a game of all time. It is for sure something. Yeah, the hard part is just figuring out how you want to deform everything. Reminds me of Burrito Bison's Revenge. What's that one? I don't think I know that. Yeah, I think we might have to just adjust. I want to weight paint this, but I can't remember how. Is it this one? Yeah, this is the weight paint. Okay, so weight painting, for anyone who doesn't know, basically, if I go and highlight a specific area, I can determine how much or how little a specific area should move. So let's say I really want to move this section here, but I don't want to move this. I can weight paint this area and have that be the area that gets pulled or pushed more. So remember being a total hater for like no reason? Yeah. All right, let me... I usually like to kind of push it like this, so that way it's not this super dark area. But I could just keep highlighting it if I really want to. So if I do this, for instance, right, with that weight painting on, I could just pull that out. but I should... How do I want to do this? BB Lancha Libre is available on phone? Oh. Burrito Bison's Revenge are Flash games on various websites. They're dead now, but there was a third one named Burrito Bison Lancha Libre. Oh, okay, okay. I miss Flash games. I can't believe they killed the Flash. I wish I could inverse. I think inverse painting for the weight painting would make this easier. Can I do that? No. I don't know if they have that. Because I really want to, like, do this part right here as inverse. Let's make that smaller. Do this and see what I can get here. There we go. And then make this smaller. And then push that in a little bit. Let me see how I like that. Go angle X. Yeah, that's definitely more out. Because I want that like little like cheek curve, you know what I mean? Revenge was my favorite because the story of BB is he gets kidnapped and forced to wrestle for entertainment by the gummy bears of Candyland, where as revenge he escaped, went to buy food, realized he forgot his wallet, returns to Candyland to terrorize him while searching for his wallet. Why does he just get a new wallet? That's cute though. Yeah, okay, I like this. This is good. So on this side, you see this bumps out a bit. And then on this side, this is without bumping it. So let me see if it's gonna play nice, if I can reflect that. No, not replicate. Reflect. Reflect. Oh, nope, that's not what I want. Where'd it go? Here, that's what I want. Reflect motion. All right. Sometimes it's nice, sometimes it's not. It's nice. Look at that. We got that little bit of bump right there. Because reasons, yeah. I guess there wouldn't really be a game or a story or anything if they just were like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll get a new wallet. It's fine. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I like that. And then we can compare. So mine's a little further out than theirs, which is fine, because that's just where I prefer it to be. Nice. Beautiful. Don't know what the story is for Lancha Libre, but it has multiple characters that are apparently his friends' apprentices, I think, so maybe it's just more tormenting. What if they, like, started a club and they're like, oh, all of us, we just forgot our wallets. Oops, forget our wallet club. Let's go together. You know? All right, let me open this back up. Yeah, I guess that technically was in there. That's only for this one. Actually, I'm gonna move this out of here for a second. No, I don't need eyeball X. I need... There we go. I think I warped that a little bit, but that's okay. If it bothers me, I can re-add it. Actually, no, it's probably fine. It's fine. Put that back in there. I am gonna need to adjust this overall, though. But yeah, that would be kind of funny, right? Where is it? There you go. I googled it. The story is stolen by an evil chef. Burrito Bison seeks out his cookbook to take back with him to make the finest salsa in the world. I like that. Oh, hydration. Hydration good. All right, so X is good. Pretty happy with that general motion. And now we can see how it looks in here. It's gonna look, this looks so funny. Man's a menace, yeah. All right, let's do this. Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. It's very like small, like X movement on there, but I like how it looks. Because I don't want anything super crazy for that. Mega mini mind? What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah. And the real question is, do I want to start working on the Y? Or should I work on all the other X's first? Because, like, the eyes need to be on the X-axis. So do... You know, I probably should do all X. I usually do X and Y in one go. And I feel like it's going to be easier to do everything X first, then everything Y. Unless... Oh, but I need to synthesize the corners. Though I can synthesize them later. Yeah, no, I think it'll be fine. I don't see any reason why I can't just do X for now. So let's go and find my ears. Or leave the earrings off for a second. With relatives, where sees after you. Let me see how this looks one more time. Well, hi. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm sorry, I don't speak Russian, so I'm not sure what you're saying. Just due to the lack of language accessibility, it's an English-only chat, so sorry about that. But you're welcome to hang out either way. Can't move slow, he can't jump high. All right, let's see. So I think we should start with, doesn't really matter which ear we start on, but we can take one of the ears. When we turn this way, we can kind of like fold the ear inward. And then the other one will come like outward a little bit. Actually, it would still kind of turn inward, just not as much as like this side. All right, let's see. Ooh, okay, you know what we need to do actually? We need to completely rework the meshes on this first before we even touch the ears. I forgot. Oh, it's hello? Ah, hello. I think for Russian that's привет. I don't really know much, so I'm sorry if that's wrong. Help me with my English homework. Okay, you help me with my rigging. Can you finish this for me? Yeah, let me do this. Let me be big brain about this. Let's get this mesh done. So we'll do the inner one. I think I can get away with leaving this as one. Normally I should have separated this as this is one part and this is another one. But I can probably get away with just doing it as one entire thing. But if you do this yourself, don't do what I did. All right, so we're gonna go around these sections here. Move that. Oh no, that's okay. That's totally fine. Don't worry about it, okay? All right. The curves always take a little more, but let me break this up just a little bit. Bring this in. Yeah, let's do this and then we can do that. And then I'll add one here, and then add one here and one here. And now we can go around this side. I wonder if it'll be nice and let me mesh it twice. Ugh. I could be kind of janky about it, but I don't want to be. Let's just see what it's gonna let me do. There we go. This one, I need to move that over here. Let me adjust that here. Say hello in Russian. I think it's привет, but I am not entirely sure. I think I only know like 2 words in Russian, if I'm being perfectly honest. But you can let me know if that was correct. Okay. I don't want to be janky about this. I could just duplicate it. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I gotta decide if I wanna separate it or kind of connect them together. Let's see how janky it gets. We'll do one here. Move that there. One there. And then we'll go around. I think I'll separate this into thirds. Move that there. Yeah, I'm basically gonna have like a bridge between these two. Hopefully it'll be fine. I think it'll be okay. But should be all right. And this can go here. Follow this curve around here. Do, 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 do. All right, bring that one down and then there. Nice, okay, that's not too bad. And then we'll go around, start from here, and then we'll kind of do the same thing that we've been doing. Ooh. I love the fairies fountains so much. The Great Fairies were always like so beautiful to me, even as a kid. I know some people were kind of like creeped out by them, but I always thought they were stunning. Right? It's such a good song. Move that there. Okay, that should be good about there. No, I want a longer version. Oh, nope, not there. That's what she said. Very funny. Very funny. Okay, so mesh is technically closed right now. Let me add that one and then here. And I think that's close enough. All right, so let me auto connect this. We're gonna get rid of these inner parts because we don't really need them. Okay, that's fine. Get rid of that and that. Okay, so a little smaller. Oh, how did I miss that one? Okay, that's cleaned up. Beautiful. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna see how this deforms and then make a decision based on that. Since it's so simplistic, I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal, to be honest. Because we're not gonna need to do too much. There we go. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to need to separate these. Because I have a really janky and quick way to do it, but it's not too bad. We are going to have to get rid of this ear on this side after I mesh all this so that the meshes match perfectly. But now we can do just the basic ear, and then after that we can do the outline. Because these meshes, what it automated is just not good enough, honestly. All right, let's start from here. Zora's music is always so relaxing too. Have I played Legend of Dragoon? No, I have not. Do you recommend it? Put that there. The curves are always the most tedious part. It's not too bad. If you like turn-based JRPGs, yes. If not, I highly recommend the OST. Well, I can definitely look up the OST. It depends. Like, I like Persona. What is it's turn-based? It's not like Disgaea or oh god, what's the other one? I'm remembering the subtitle for Three Houses. Fire Emblem, like the chess-based ones, right? Because those I have a hard time with. But if it's not like the chess-based ones, then maybe I would like it. Classic Final Fantasy? Okay. Yeah, if it's like Final Fantasy, I might like it. Because I've played, I haven't played too many of them. I do like Final Fantasy, but like I started on 10-2. Because when I was younger, I saw all the pretty ladies on the box and I was like, I want to play that one. That game has girls on it. So I played it very much out of order and got very confused. And then my mom got mad at me because LeBlanc. Even though I love LeBlanc. Right? Yeah, younger me, I was like, but the pretty ladies! I want to play the game with the pretty ladies on it. 10 was my first, yeah. I wish I had started with 10 instead of 10-2, but like, to be fair, I didn't finish 10-2 either, because I think it was like 11 or 12 when I had first tried playing it. So I did not understand it at all, and I was really confused. But I've played like a little bit of 7, a little bit of, I want to say it was 9. I played a little bit of 10 and 10-2, and then a bunch of 14. And that's I think, all of my experience with Final Fantasy games. More or less. Oh, no, I played a little bit of 13, the first one. What Legend of Dragoon does different from regular Final Fantasy is something called additions. They're basic attacks used in the game, and they get stronger the more you use them. However, they are skill-based, so like a quick time event. Ooh! Yeah, I know quick time events are kind of like hit or miss depending on who you talk to, but I personally like them. I feel like it's more engaging. Plus, you can transform into a dragoon after a certain point in the game, which is like Sailor Moon Power Rangers transformations. That's awesome. Yeah, it would be a maybe for if I would enjoy it. But the only downside with a lot of JRPGs, or for me this is a downside just because I don't have the time, is a lot of them are very, very long. So money's worth, like, it's definitely worth it for that, but if you don't have a lot of time, you know, makes it a little harder. Ba-na-na-na-na, ba-na-na-na-na. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Ba-ba-ba-da. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, we're gonna see how this deforms. It should be fine. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, everything squishes just fine, so I am not worried about that. Now we just need to do that. I'm gonna get rid of... It's gonna look janky for a second, but 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna get rid of those. Oh no, I've lost an ear. Help, my ear. I've Vincent Van Gogh'd myself. 46 AR game. 40 with a guide. Damn. Yeah, that's the downside. There's like a lot of games I would really love to play, but I just don't have the time for them. Like it's a lot of like MMOs I can't really play right now. I really love gacha games, but I genuinely don't have time for them. I don't think I've played a gacha game. When did Zenless come out? Because I think like a week, maybe 2 after Zenless Zone Zero came out, I stopped playing all gacha games. I couldn't keep up with it. Which is really fucking annoying, because like I do love them. Like I loved playing Nikke, but I can't keep up with it. There's too much FOMO. That's something I hate in games. There's way too much FOMO. I don't like it. I don't like it. To make a point, on the PS1, it was a 4-disc game, but despite a level cap of 99, you beat the game somewhere around 50-ish? Huh. So I guess if you wanted to grind like crazy, you could, but it wasn't a requirement. FOMO is part of why I stay away from most active service games. Sometimes a gacha or 2 slips by, but yeah. I genuinely don't have time for it. Like, unless I make gacha games like my main content for when I play video games, I can't keep up with it. Like, I don't like that a lot of those live service games, they're maybe not intentionally, maybe yes intentionally, depending on who you ask, but they're kind of designed to make you feel bad if you're not, like, on top of it, because it's like, oh, what if you miss this, like, limited time event, this limited banner, you're gonna miss out, and then you'll never get this character or this outfit again, and I can't do that. It made me feel bad. I didn't like feeling bad, you know? I was like, man, I don't want to feel shitty about this. Like, I was good about, like, not spending money and stuff like that, because, like, once in a while I would throw some money, I'd do, like, the monthly passes. But I just did not like how bad it made me feel. Absolute favorite gacha was the Kingdom Hearts one. Union Cross was ridiculously free-to-play friendly. I played maybe an hour a day, but I had even the most recent editions despite never spending a penny. That's great. Yeah, I almost always did free to play, but like if I had played it for like 6 months to a year, I'd be like, okay, well, I'm willing to spend like a little more. It depends on which one we're talking about. But aside from like monthly passes, and I wouldn't spend money on monthly passes unless I had been playing for like a month, like every single day consistently. So I would know that, hey, this is not going to be like a waste of my money. But yeah, I don't like FOMO, man. FOMO's stinky. I want to be able to like take my time and enjoy things. I feel like that's why I keep going back to a lot of my retro games. Aside from just, you know, being in my little nostalgia bubble, right? I like that you don't have to pay for extra characters. You could unlock a bunch of shit just by playing the game. And, like, even though there were definitely issues in a lot of these older games, like, they were still not as bad or as buggy as some modern games, and that's just partially due to how simplistic they were comparatively. But yeah, I feel like I keep going back to like my same like 4 or 5 Nintendo 64 games. I'm like, do I feel like playing Diddy Kong Racing for the 20th time? Yeah, actually I do. My only experience with Final Fantasy was playing 4, not knowing what to do after leaving the prologue and dying in the woods. Oh no! I'm sorry. I haven't played 4. Yeah, there's a gacha I'm playing now that makes me want to spend the $5 monthly, but I just can't justify it to myself because while it would give me bonuses that are worthwhile, there's not too amazingly much content. I'm kind of expecting it to die before the year's out. Damn. Yeah, that's the other thing is you gotta make sure that whatever gacha that you are playing, especially if it's a newer one, is actually gonna be around. Like, for instance, I really liked Wuthering Waves. And I still think people are playing it, but I definitely think a lot of the hype has died around it. Though I will say they had a lot of really good character designs. And especially for both the male and female characters. Because usually it's just a focus on the female characters. But I'm happy that they gave the guys a little love, you know? Oh, and then there's Love in Deep Space. I do have that one, but I've played it for maybe 5 minutes. I usually listen to my friend who's obsessed with it, like, tell me, like, all the events. Like, she pulls for, like, everything, but she's mostly free to play. Like, she'll send me videos on YouTube of, like, different, like, dream events or whatever they're called. And it's usually just, like, the characters, like, breathing in really hard. It's like, kitten. It's really funny. Free to play for life. I do like there's an option for it. And, like, here's my thing. I don't mind spending some money because, like, if the devs are spending all this time and effort and it's a game that's not going to go away anytime soon, I definitely don't mind doing it. But, it's the FOMO and shit. Like, I wish that even if it was like a few dollars or something, you could pay to go back. Like, let's say it was like you had to wait a year before you could pay for like a past pass so you could earn all those rewards. Like, even if it was something like that, like you know, you can pay a little for it, but it's going to take you like a year till it rolls back around. Like, something like that I'd be okay with. Plays on list, never paid for things. Yeah, I think I paid for the month pass initially because I had been waiting for Zenlist to come out for quite some time. And I was extremely stoked about it, and I do like it. The only downside is that I got so burnt out because I was playing Honkai Star Rail, Zenless Zone Zero, and Nikkei at the same time. And my Nikkei dailies took like between an hour and a half depending on what was going on, because they had a lot of events that were happening at the same time, and the events take longer than the normal, like, you know, go fight these robots, go, you know, talk to the girls and level up your romance relationship with them, like all of that. It took too long. That, and I have a lot of issues with the 170 wall, which is a really common thing for Nikkei. Because it's just you go on, you upgrade your armor, you hope you can maybe hit like the next tower, and you're just stuck. Oh, Maple Story. Oh, I miss Maple Story so much. I used to play it a ton in middle school. Like, I think I tried playing it in like 2020, like right after the pandemic started. And I was like, "Ooh, I wanna see what's going on with this." Like, it's been like well over a decade. I don't want to do the math on it right now, but you know, it's been a while. So let me see what's going on, what's new, you know. And yeah, struggle of having to convert whatever made up currency a game uses, and stressing to get what you want. Yeah, that's the other thing. I forget. I don't know if that's just they do it to confuse you so you don't know how much you're spending, or if they do it because they have to avoid technical like gambling laws. It might be a mix of both. But I don't like that. Like, you can't figure it out easily, you know? Did solo leveling gacha for a while, finally quit, deleted it because despite playing at my PC, their servers are just trash. So I'd be connected for hours and suddenly can't connect for 3 days? That's crazy. I've never run into anything that bad. Like, once in a while, I would have server issues with, like, any of the gachas I played, but nothing like that. That's actually insanity. No, it's okay. I knew what you meant. I auto-corrected for you. $20 for 500 currency, but you need 5K for the thing you want. Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it. Because there's, like, even party animals. I love party animals. But I have to try to convert, like, how many, like, US dollars each, like, pretend dollar is. And it's like, oh, this costume's, like, 3,000 of the pretend dollars. And I'm like, but how much is that? And I think it is close to, like 3,000, I think is supposed to be 30, last time I checked. But yeah. Why must pretty lady PNGs tempt me so? Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. All right, let me grab these 3. I'm gonna be smart about this. We're gonna actually let me see what I can do. Did I get it? Nope. Copy, paste. Is it not pasting? Weird. Is this the weird thing when I stream? I can't like do that for some reason. Unsure. I might have to do some other stuff first before I start going crazy because I wanna wiggle the ears and everything. League got me to spend monies when Hurricane came out. Oh, everything moved. Because he's just perfect. I have not played League since like, I want to say season 3? Long time ago. League is just one of those games where like, I don't do a lot of online competitive stuff because I don't like letting other people ruin my enjoyment of stuff, right? So I don't like participate in a ton of like fandom things where people are kind of annoying. I don't do a lot of online multiplayer games because like I don't want to go in and be like, I'm so excited to play my game, and then someone's like, go off yourself. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to just like, how do I choose to spend my enjoyment? Oh, well, people are telling me to die. Yay. You know what I mean? Yummy paste. Yeah. I think it's I think it's doing the thing where I can't copy paste correctly. It seems to only be when I stream. I don't know what it is, and I gotta figure it out, but I can cut things. I think it's just that I can't copy. Let me try to cut it. Let me cut, paste. Oh, I can cut. Okay, so that should be just that one. Let me do a second one. Okay, yeah, I just can't copy for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, so this should be another one. Let me reflect this horizontally. There we go. I'm gonna need to do it again, but that's the trick. I forgot I can cut things. I can't copy for some fucking reason. Ugh, my PC can't run League now for some reason. It locks me in a disconnect loop? That's weird. I joined League at the start of season 2, left the community around mid-season 6, still watch tournaments. Were the tournaments good at least? Like, because I can understand watching other people play it, but I can't do it. I can't do it. I remember the first time I played League in season 3. I had literally never played before. I was taking over for my partner at the time because he had to go run and use the bathroom. And I'm playing as Morgana, and I'm not even, like, feeding or anything. I'm just going through trying to figure out, like, the lane I'm in. And then because I don't know, just not playing well because I've never played it before, but again, not even feeding, the other person on my own team is like, this Morgana sucks. Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? I'm like, dude, like, I'm a temporary replacement. I don't know what you want from me. Like, leave me alone, please. So yeah, that was my very first experience with it. And then I tried it a couple times, and then I tried it again when, like, around the time Overwatch came out. I don't know what season it was at that point. But yeah, just not for me. Not for me. As much as I wanted it to be. All right, let's put the hair back. Take a look at this. And hair behind head. No, it's pulled back in this one. Look at this. Look at how cute. All right, let's take a peep. There we go. Let's put this on posing and boop. Oh yeah, that's gonna look a little funky for a bit until I fully move everything. But ignore that the head is turning. I did Trundle's support because his kit allowed him to basically make the DPS useless, but because it wasn't meta, I got screamed at. We won the game because of me and my duo partner. Yeah, I don't know. People just yell way too much in that. Mind you, next season, Bruiser support was meta. Yeah. I did this kind of similar with Overwatch too. I would only play with friends. Because as soon as I went in, I like playing healers, but I'm a heal dom, so, like, if you're a dickhead to me, I'm not gonna heal you. Like, you can spam heal me as much as you want, I'm not gonna fucking do it if you're an asshole. So cute, makes me want to grab it, squeeze it until its eyes pop out like a stress toy. Yeah, I can't wait till we add some of the funnier toggles and stuff. Like, I'm gonna get the base stuff. I'm pretty sure I can get it all ready before my birthday, and if not, like, by the end of the month for sure. But I'm really excited with how this is coming out. This will be really, really cute when it's done. Never be a meta follower, just a meta setter. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I don't play a lot of those online games. I want to just play solo, or I want to play with friends, and that's like it, you know? Tank supporter in almost every game. As tank, I will sacrifice for you. As support, if you see me. No, you didn't exactly. Yeah, I would either do support or DPS depending on the game, but yeah, I feel you on that. Oh, I'm so happy. Look how cute this is. Look how cute. Look at this little face. Look at this little face. They see you. They see your browser history. And you know what? They don't like what they saw. Oh, no, this is great. I've been rigging for like 12 hours though, like on and off, so I think that's going to have to be it for me tonight. The plan is Wednesday I have some stuff I need to take care of. Thursday I might be able to stream, but definitely Friday, Saturday if we can't do Thursday. So it's likely going to be this coming weekend. Let me just pop this in here in case anyone wants to join the Discord. But I will be working on this offline. But I'm really, really happy with how it's coming out. Yeah, good night. Good night. Thanks for being here. And then we'll have a little pizza party or something when this model's ready. But soon. Honestly, once the head and the hair is done, the rest is a breeze, I promise. Yeah, thanks for being here. Good night. I see you soon. Bye-bye.